going back to what you were talking about earlier about how this thing came out in a completely different sort of time of like game hype and journalism and so on. And I remember specifically because I was thinking about when did I actually start playing this game for the first time, and I know it happened after the weird controversy the game had where it turned out there were some nipple textures that were in the game files. They weren't visible in the game, but there was some kind of controversy made out of this, and the game got re-rated by the ESRB from T to M.
I actually don't even think that's 100% true. I think it wasn't even nipples. It's just that like there's a mesh underneath the bra model. And like
I really need a trigger warning before you guys start saying nipples, please.
I don't think that there was any actual like it was just mannequin nudity basically that you could access by editing like some things in a notepad file. Then the ESRB was like, oh shit, let us take another look at that because angry moms are emailing us. There's actually a bunch of blood in here and maybe some nudity. I don't know. Give an M. Put an M on it. And this was kind of like a watermark between like when a game could be T just for blood, or it could be M just for blood or not, because like, you know, a lot of games were cartoony enough that it didn't really feel like blood. It's just kind of a goofy effect.
Go forth,
I can see it. You know, you're hitting somebody with a hammer and blood's spraying everywhere. Yeah, sure, rated M, fine.
This is exactly the opposite of how I played this game. This is wild.
I'll be right back.
Were you, like, sneak thieving around, or...?
Yeah, sneak thief Pokemon trainer is the best way to describe me.
I did a stealth build in Skyrim so many times, I kind of got bored with stealth in these games.
That's fair.
But,
so I looked more into it. Part of the reason that Bethesda apparently willingly resubmitted the game to ESRB review in the wake of that, what basically what Return said, and because this was only a year after the hot coffee incident in GTA San Andreas, everybody was real keen on trying to be like very, very, very proactive in showing that the games industry is self-regulating. So both Bethesda and the ESRB were like, nope, that's an M, don't worry about it, we got it.
But it's such like a weirdly anachronistic thing now to even think about this ever even being a controversy. Like, who cares what the ESRB rates shit? You know, like that would just not happen today. Nobody would be on it at all. But, you know, this was also in, like, the Jack Thompson era and the Fox News calling Mass Effect a sex game thing. Like, that was just kind of how games were talked about at the time.
We should find a defensible spot to protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards?
Oh, hey, we're back to this guy.
Hello.
For the Emperor!
Damn it, it's that prisoner again. Kill her. She might be working with the assassins.
Yes, I'm here to kill you.
No, she is not one of them.
Darn it.
She can help us. She must help us.
It's, you know, we're going to be joining these guys in a bit. It is an interesting... It's kind of a minor microcosm of how Bethesda cannot stop writing stories that we're basically, like, harassed and are threatened death by an organization we will be obliged to join and serve.
How do we feel about the gods? None of this will matter.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think about it.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens.
Hey, you remember that one time?
Novel.
Sparks, each a fire, and
hey, remember that one time he brought us down to the basement and gave us a briefing about something to do with like the wife of the late King of Daggerfall, and then you turned off all the lights?
I've been watching a lot of American Dad lately, so I'm just picturing Bullock or whatever, and it's amusing to me.
Okay, what do we want to be... We get to choose our birth sign here.
You can pick, because you're going to be doing the gameplay.
Yeah, well, what kind of character are we actually going for here? Most of these are...
Just a sweet little murderer. Just a sweet little murder lady who loves to murder and join the Dark Brotherhood.
We're gonna have to do the Dark Brotherhood shit stuff. It's kind of mandatory.
It's the best!
If we take the thief, that we can minimize how much we have to level up.
You don't have to do a lot of sneaking in the Dark Brotherhood.
So that's the other question I have is, do we want to do a low-level playthrough, or are we going to try to navigate the insanity that is this leveling system? Because I feel like we should kind of do that just to show how busted it is.
I agree that we should, actually.
I agree.
So if we're talking, like, the lady is good, the thief is not bad. 10 point to luck is also really good, actually, because luck affects all your other skills. Mage is also a decent choice, just because more magic is always useful in this game. I would not go with Atronach.
Can I point out how insanely complex these constellations are, some of them? Like that, the shadow, that looks believable. But then you get up to, like, the mage, and or the thief, and, like, who is charting this?
They're constellations that are this kind of complex.
In Skyrim, you just get walked up to some stones, and they're like, pick your favorite rock, idiot.
Actually, the thief might not be a bad thing to go with anyway, so why don't we just
damn, if I ever make a stat-based RPG, pick your favorite rock, idiot is definitely going to be the first prompt I give the player.
My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your
The, like,
stars
quest
are
guide
used to be
is just
Today,
mumble.
the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny.
And if you pick the intelligence stat, it changes the text from pick your favorite rock, idiot to pick your favorite rock, nerd.
I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom,
Flesh and
but
blood.
not the hour. In this,
Look, they
I am
got
blessed
Patrick
to see
Stewart
the
for
hour
like
of
2
my
days.
death,
They gotta give him
to
something.
face my apportioned
Yeah,
fate.
I think the other stock joke about this game is that this is the Elder Scrolls that has Patrick Stewart, Sean Bean, and 2 other voice actors in it.
My dreams grant me no opinion.
It's kind of true, actually.
Their compass
Beans in
ventures
it?
not beyond
Where is he?
the door.
Oh, yeah. You've never played
in
the main quest.
that
He's
you're
the
not
main
doing.
guy of the main
Son's
quest.
companion.
Yeah.
Aw,
The
man,
dawn of
I was
Christ
Levels
the
one
bean
was
the
in
whole
it.
time.
May banish the coming
She
dark.
missed the bean!
With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart
Yeah,
must
that's
be
like-
satisfied.
Like his son. His missing son is the mean bean machine.
Oh, yeah, I refuse to go find
Tongue
him.
shriller than all the
He looks
moon
nothing like
calls
Sean
me.
Bean, but
You shall follow me.
I'm not
for
going
a while.
anywhere near Kvetch, and I'm not gonna go find him. It's not happening.
that is a valid way to play this game, though. So you just
May as well make
yeah, we're playing in a Bethesda
This was
game.
the first and only Elder
Everybody's
Scrolls
bodyguard.
game
Our job is
to
get him out
grab
of
your
situations
face
like
and
this.
zoom in when you enter a conversation with somebody.
It's too bad.
Morrowind just paused
My job is
it
to make sure
and
that
brought up the
everybody
menu,
gets
the
out of here
conversation
alive
menu
and
over
maintained.
whatever you were looking at when you hit the prompt. Skyrim, like, creates this kind of liminal space where, like, you're in a conversation and, like, your normal options are, like, soft disabled, but you can mosey out of it if you want, which is ideally is immersive, but I'll be honest, always kind of leaves me cold.
well,
Because there's nothing that the person's
Fallout
really
3
doing
and
during the
New Vegas
conversation that
did
makes it feel
this.
personal. Yeah, no, Fallout
Yeah.
3 did it, New Vegas did it, but, like, this is the only Elder Scrolls game that did it.
Lucky I like that.
And I'm kind of on the fence. I think that, like, the way they do it in Skyrim, where they're just, like, kind of at a remote from you, does feel weirdly impersonal and alien. Like, this is dumb and abstract, but it also feels like you're having a conversation with somebody.
These guys are
When the
confused.
guard in Oblivion goes, "Stop, thief!" and it takes your camera and superimposes onto his face, it is one of the scariest things to happen in this game. You're like,
It's fucking hilarious every time.
Protect the Emperor!
I mean, there's a reason there's a whole super popular YouTube channel that's just 30-second clips of that happening and then something comical going on immediately afterwards.
Push me, prisoner.
That's the other thing about this game. I think it takes itself so seriously, but has such absurd shit in it that it's kind of just naturally hilarious to watch.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
It's a close run between this one and Skyrim, but I think Oblivion's the funniest game in the franchise.
We're almost
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
in the sewers.
Just gotta plug this channel if everybody hasn't seen it. Bacon underscore is something we've referenced many times before and we'll reference many times again.
What about that side?
It's someone who plays through Elder Scrolls games,
Let's go.
Bethesda games just generally, I think, and records all the time and happens to post clips of the greatest moments, and it's full of some incredibly, incredibly funny shit.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
Alright, so
I
now I'm going to
would-
stand here where there's definitely not a
Wait here with
door
the
that
Emperor.
an
Guard
assassin
him
is
with
going to
your
come
light.
through and see what happens.
This is a true story. I was at a underattended New Year's Eve party, and around like 11 o'clock, I put
can go no further.
bacon underscore
You
videos
alone
on the
must
TV
stand against the
for an
prince of
audience of people who've
destruction.
never played a Bethesda
You
game,
must not
and
have the
it was
amulet
still
of
on at
kings.
midnight. People were still
care.
watching it when midnight rolled around.
He alone knows
I
where to
wonder,
find
do you know when
my
he
lost
started
son.
making videos? He might have been the reason why I started playing
and close
Oblivion,
shut the
honestly. Because I
doors
played Oblivion
of
for the first time
Oblivion.
like 2009.
It was a long time
That might
ago.
have been Mott Def. Oh shit. Okay, he's dead. Oh no! Patrick Stewart!
I would love to tell you what the oldest bacon underscore video is, but I can't because YouTube doesn't think that information is available at my clearance level.
The blades are sealed. Now he and all his heirs are
They're like,
dead.
you were 13 in
The
2009.
amulet. Where's the amulet of kings? It wasn't on the emperor's body.
You're not allowed to see these.
I ate it.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon.
So if
blood
we are
that
a
flows through
spirit
the veins
come
of
here
every
to
scepter.
do this thing,
They
are we
see
like...
more than lesser men.
No, you're just a regular guy who
Are
got
we
dropped in by
addicted?
the
No,
roller
just-
coaster
we got
tycoon.
isekai.
People think
Okay.
The red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry.
I think some of these are
Oblivion is
re-uploads
the
because like,
original
I know these
Isekai.
videos are older than this.
Only a true heir of the blood can wear
Oh,
it, they say. He must have
anyone
given it
who's
to you
played
for a
Oblivion
reason.
before,
Did he
in the
say why?
comments, can you drop me the name of
Joffrey?
someone that I can
He
kill
said
for the
that?
Dark Brotherhood? I recently tried to kill someone.
Nothing
She
I
was
ever
this mage
heard.
in her basement,
But
like
Joffrey
being
would be the
angry,
one
and I was
to
like, perfect.
He's the
But then I
Grandmaster
shot her,
of
and she
the
just was unconscious, so I
Although
can't
you
kill her.
may
She's a
not think so
non-killable
to me,
NPC.
he lives
Drop some
quietly
names
as
of
a
killable
monk,
NPCs
Wayne
for me,
Priory.
so I can join the Dark
Near the
Brotherhood.
city of
I have
Clay.
one actually. Very strangely, the very final fight of the arena counts as a murder for some reason.
Is it because you're fighting
None of-
the sweet boy,
Through
the
that door
orc?
must be
Yeah,
Vampire
and he's
Man?
like, "I want you to
That's
kill me."
That's
And
what
none
we
of the other arena kills are
It's a
murders,
secret
but
way
that
out of
one
the
is
Imperial
for some
City.
reason.
Or
I
you're
want-
As long
supposed
as
to
you're
be
not
safe.
running the unofficial
Here,
patch.
you'll need
That's
this
not a
key for
bad
the last
one.
door
I
to
would
the
like
sewers.
some more options. Give me a name and then like what they do. Are they
There
a
are rats and
baker? Can I
goblins
kill a
down there.
baker?
But from what I've seen of you,
a
I'm guessing you're an
banker, maybe?
experienced Scout.
Flower
Am I
smith,
Are there
cheesemonger.
bankers? Okay, here we are. Yeah, so why don't I'm going to try to explain the problems with this game's leveling system in a way that makes sense and doesn't take
Start
7
small. years. We'll expand on it as we go.
Yeah, so we've got you've got all of the let's go to custom class here. Magic, I guess.
Why don't if we want to do like a quick explanation, why don't I take a crack
Yeah.
at this?
Sure.
So the short version is we're picking a list of skills where when they increase, it increases our level and therefore our stats. But the problem is when our level increases and therefore our stats, all of the enemies also get tougher. So if we're not smart, the long and the short of it is if we don't make these decisions very skillfully and then also like play correctly, we're going to be getting stronger slower than ever the enemies are getting stronger. And in fact, at best, we might just be breaking even. So it's not a good system. That's the short version.
It's because players can pool points into lots of systems like mercantilism and different kinds of armor, athleticism, stuff like that. And when enemies level up, they basically own, like, no enemy is putting its upgrade points into mercantilism to trade better. They all go straight to combat. So, like, if you try to specialize in things that aren't optimizing for combat, you end up like really, really good at selling crap, and then your paper cannon just immediately gets destroyed in combat as soon as enemies show up.
So, okay, more specifically though, the game has these sets of skills. You pick 7 major skills for your class. When you level up 10 times in a major skill, you level up. You gain 1 full level. And every level you can put points into 3 different skills. And the amount of points that you can put into that skill depend upon, stats. The amount of point that you can put into those stats, the attribute points, depends on how many of the skills that are associated with that attribute you leveled up while you were leveling up.
For example, if you level up agility 5 times, so if you level up acrobatics 5 times, like, that means you get a bigger boost to agility if you pick agility as your level up.
Problem is, leveling up 10, like, if you just do your major skills for level up, and you don't level up any minor skills or whatever, like, the 10 level ups that are required, the 10 skill ups that are required to get to the next level, are not enough to get the maximum point bonus when you level up for any of the attributes. So you can pick a bunch of major skills that you think are important to your class, and you focus on those a bunch. You won't be getting all the points that you could be when you level up. And because the game aggressively scales to your level all encounters, it means that as you level up, you can effectively get weaker.
Now, this is important. I feel like a lot of people, probably myself would have been included, are hearing all this and thinking, oh great, I don't care about all this stuff. I'm not trying to super optimize. I just want to hop in and bash some skeletons and I'll have a good time. Who cares? I can't stress enough, this game becomes frustrating and tedious if you don't play right. And if you play the way you're supposed to, you're not playing right. That's the problem.
It's a very weird confluence of a bunch of bad decisions.
If you are like me and you do not care about the main quest at all and you just want to go and roleplay and have a great little time in your little world, here are my tips. Tip number 1, do not go to Kvatch. Do not turn in your amulet. Keep it to yourself. Tip number 2, turn the difficulty scale all the way down. All the way down.
All the way.
To the very back of it. And then number 3, just go have fun. That's all you have to do. And this game is okay.
And that is one of the redeeming features of this game, is that it does have the ability to just turn the difficulty way down. And the difficulty is literally just how much damage you do to enemies and how much damage they do to you. So if you set it all the way down, you do tons of damage to enemies and they don't do very much damage to you, and it's fine.
Yeah. And I have to, it's not going to be fun if you turn it up. That's the thing.
No.
Like, it's not...
Keep it all the way down.
Even at normal difficulty and playing a character that is well optimized, everything turns into a meat shield by, like, level 10. So...
Like, yes. I really loved playing high difficulty New Vegas. Like, I played Jay Sawyer ultra hard difficulty, and I would, like, try to get through without, like, on 1 life, where if I die, I die, and also I can't attack anything or use any kind of physical violence. And it's like, that's fun. When you play Oblivion at a high difficulty, it just means that it takes, like, 5 full actual, like, analog minutes to kill an enemy by beating it with your weapon, and your weapon's going to be like 1/3 damaged by the time you're done, and you're going to be exhausted in character and out of character.
Yeah, we forgot to mention you can damage your weapons and your gear.
Yeah, there's durability. So before we continue, like, ranting about how dumb some of the decisions of this game are, what are we feeling like for character here? The playthrough I've been currently doing with a bunch of mods has been a straight up, like, in your face battle mage who runs around and stabs things and blows everything up. no sneaking, no bullshit like that. Just runs around and kills it. Is that what we want to do? Do we want to try to do more of a stealth thing? Do we want to?
I don't think you need stealth in order to be a good Dark Brotherhood, bud.
Not really.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we really need to worry about that. I would, and personality doesn't matter, right? Has anyone ever put anything in personality? It sucks.
If you put points in personality, you're gonna get fucking killed because that's points that you're not putting in stats that will actually protect you.
Yeah.
See that clown makeup in the personality picker thing? That's what you're gonna look like.
God.
You're gonna put clown makeup on because you're gonna die.
I will say we should make magic level up faster because leveling magic is a pain in the fucking ass in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Combat skills are easy to do, and stealth skills can largely be ignored because you can just supplement them with custom magic stuff anyway most of the time. So
for my money, speed and agility are the only stats that matter in this game because, again, I'm not lying. I really do run and jump past every single enemy I come across. Unless I absolutely can't help.
Nick does the same. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll go for speed. I don't know about doing agility. I think we should pick, if we're going to do lots of magic stuff, I think we should do intelligence.
I streamed
Strength
Shivering
is
Isles.
Also useful.
And it was a blind playthrough years ago, like back when I was in college.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and people would say, like, Ruts, are you really just going to, like, run and jump past every enemy in every dungeon? I'm like, yes. You want to see what happens when I don't? I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to spend 5 minutes attacking every single enemy at a time, and there's just it's the same enemy in every dungeon, just 20 of them.
I remember
and people
that.
are like, oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
So, strength, we can make an argument for because it affects your carrying capacity, which it's always nice to be able to carry more stuff, especially with me.
We should,
intelligence gives you more magicka, maybe willpower.
Pick whatever's going to make this the easiest because no matter what, it's still going to be shitty. So, like, we need people to see how shitty it is despite having a pretty good build.
Yeah. I'm just going to get ahead of this also. Anybody who might be asking where the archives for that are, I'm pretty sure the website I did that on no longer exists.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, let's roll intelligence. As for skills, armor is relatively easy to control leveling up because you just repair your shit. Blade takes enough that I feel like we can select it. It's also worth noting that selecting major skills makes them level up faster, so you kind of want to pick stuff that you really want. Question, do we want to do heavy or light armor? Do we want to do either of these?
Yeah, in this game, how much you're carrying still affects how high you can jump, how fast you can run.
Yeah.
What?
So, light armor becomes weightless at 75, and at 100 it actually doubles its protection, so it matches heavy armor.
So basically, fuck you if you pick heavy armor.
Well, heavy armor is better until you get to 100 light armor. So, and heavy armor does at 100 also become weightless. So, like in the end, it's effectively exactly the same.
I just love that this guy is waiting for us to finish this shit out, and we're just sitting here like, well, if I picked it,
let's do.
Also, he basically just asked, like, what's our background, right? Imagine, like, you asked that question, and you really, really just wanted to say, oh, I'm a thief, but he's actually like, okay, so I know a little bit about light armor. It's not my whole thing. I did do a certification course, and I think I'm pretty charming.
Should we throw alchemy in?
So I did a job. It wasn't a marketing job, but it was like business-facing marketing.
Let's make acrobatics a major skill and completely ruin everything.
Yes, can we actually do a bare minimum of bunny hopping in this series?
It's important for leveling up acrobatics.
Yeah, okay.
Great. Love
it. Done. One and done.
There he is.
Yep, that's me.
What a dork! Look at that dork. Oh.
So fun fact, I actually think that's just based, like, what portrait you get is just based on what portrait you're hovering over. Like, when you make the custom class.
Fairly certain that is the case.
He's saying that, but really, the artist of Oblivion saw him in a meadow picking lavender.
Are you sure you want to be a Buttskarn?
I ask myself that.
Really? I would never have guessed.
Never would
Wouldn't you
guess.
have,
I don't
though?
think you'll have any trouble.
Thank you, Boris.